Did you know that 90% of automatic transmission failures are caused by fluid problems? And here's the kicker. Most of those failures could have been prevented with a $60 fluid service. Yet every year in the US, drivers spend over $20 billion on transmission rebuilds and replacements. Most people think, as long as my car shifts fine, the fluid must be okay. That's dead wrong. Transmission fluid is like the blood of your car's gearbox. Once it breaks down, the damage happens silently until one day your car won't move at all. And here's the shocking truth. Mechanics know insider secrets about transmission fluid that manufacturers rarely share. And dealerships don't exactly advertise. Because when you neglect it, they make money on repairs. In this video, I'll expose 10 transmission fluid secrets mechanics don't usually tell you, including one at the very end that could literally double the life of your transmission. Trust me, you'll want to stick around because missing this information could cost you thousands. Secret number 1. Lifetime fluid is a marketing myth. What most drivers believe, car ads and dealership brochures love to claim sealed for life or lifetime transmission fluid. Why it's dangerous. In reality, lifetime usually means lifetime of the warranty, not the lifetime of the car. Fluid breaks down under heat and shear. Independent labs have proven that even so-called lifetime fluid oxidizes and loses protective additives between 50,000 to 70,000 miles. Expert insight. ZF, one of the world's largest transmission manufacturers, supplying BMW, Audi, and Chrysler, recommends fluid changes at every 60,000 miles, despite those cars being sold as lifetime fill. Mechanics who follow this guideline see transmissions lasting well beyond 200,000 miles. Secret number 2. Heat is the #1 transmission killer. What drivers usually do wrong? They tow, drive in traffic, or push their cars hard without realizing transmission fluid is overheating. Why it's dangerous. Every 20 degree Fahrenheit increase in fluid temperature above 200 degrees Fahrenheit cuts fluid life in half. At 240 degrees Fahrenheit, fluid life drops to just 10,000 miles. At 300 degrees Fahrenheit, your transmission may fail in less than 2,000 miles. Expert insight. Longtime rebuilders agree, heat is the silent killer. That's why fleets, taxis, trucks, delivery vans change fluid religiously. Adding an auxiliary transmission cooler is one of the best upgrades for vehicles that tow or drive in hot climates. Secret number 3. Color isn't the full story. What drivers usually do wrong, they pull the dipstick, see red fluid, and assume everything's fine. Why it's dangerous. Transmission fluid can still look red, but be depleted of friction modifiers and anti-wear additives. By the time it turns brown or smells burnt, you're already late. Expert insight. Veteran mechanics use lab fluid analysis, just like engine oil, to check for oxidation, contamination, and additive breakdown. These tests reveal problems long before they're visible. Some dealerships are quietly starting to offer this, but few advertise it. Secret number 4. The power flush trap. What drivers usually do wrong. They go to quick lube shops that upsell a transmission flush machine. Why it's dangerous. High pressure flushing can dislodge debris and push it into delicate valve bodies and solenoids. That debris can cause immediate shifting problems or total failure. Mechanics see this all the time after poorly done flushes. Expert insight. Top rebuilders recommend the safer method, a pan drop and filter replacement, followed by refilling with fresh fluid. Some even suggest partial drain and fills every 30,000 miles. This keeps fluid fresh without shocking the system. Secret number 5. Neglecting the filter is a hidden killer. What drivers usually do wrong? They change fluid, but skip the transmission filter. Why it's dangerous. The filter catches clutch material, metal shavings, and debris. When clogged, it starves the pump, causing low pressure and clutch slippage. This accelerates wear and heat, leading to catastrophic failure. Expert insight. Veteran mechanics stress. Always replace the filter when possible. Some modern transmissions have lifetime internal filters, but even then, many rebuilders retrofit serviceable filters to extend life. Secret number 6. Universal fluid is a dangerous shortcut. What drivers usually do wrong. Many shops use one-size-fits-all universal transmission fluid, believing it works for every vehicle. Why it's dangerous. Modern transmissions, especially CVTs and dual clutch systems, require very specific fluid formulations with unique friction modifiers. Using the wrong fluid can cause shuddering, overheating, harsh shifts, or early clutch failure. Expert insight. Honda, Toyota, and Nissan have issued bulletins warning against non-OEM fluid. Veteran mechanics confirm that CVTs are particularly sensitive. Using the wrong fluid even once can reduce lifespan dramatically. Secret number 7. Short trips can be just as bad as towing. What drivers usually do wrong. They assume only towing or racing stresses the transmission. Why it's dangerous. Frequent short trips prevent the transmission fluid from reaching optimal operating temperature. Cold fluid retains condensation and fuel dilution, which break down additives. Over time, this weakens lubrication and accelerates wear. Expert insight. Mechanics in cold climates often see transmission failures in cars that never leave town. Experts recommend more frequent fluid changes if your driving pattern is dominated by short commutes or stop-and-go traffic. Secret number 8. Additives are a double-edged sword. What drivers usually do wrong. They buy aftermarket transmission additives, thinking they'll fix slipping or extend life. Why it's dangerous. While some additives can temporarily improve shifting, many alter fluid chemistry in ways the transmission wasn't designed for. This can damage seals, clog passages, or void warranties. Expert insight. Longtime rebuilders say the best additive is fresh, OEM-approved fluid. Independent lab studies confirm that most additives provide short-term improvement, but long-term harm. Secret number 9. No dipstick doesn't mean no maintenance. What drivers usually do wrong. They think if their car doesn't have a transmission dipstick, it doesn't need servicing. Why it's dangerous. Many modern cars have sealed transmissions with check plugs instead of dipsticks. This makes it harder for owners to monitor fluid levels, but the fluid still degrades. Neglecting it leads to low fluid, overheating, and early failure. Expert insight. Even sealed units require servicing at intervals. Hyundai, GM, and Ford have technical service bulletins reminding technicians to replace fluid despite the lack of a dipstick. Mechanics often say sealed transmissions fail sooner, partly because owners never think to service them. Secret number 10. Fluid age can fool even mechanics. What drivers usually do wrong. They judge fluid health by mileage alone. Why it's dangerous. Time is just as important as mileage. Even if you only drive 30,000 miles in 8 years, fluid oxidizes and absorbs moisture. That breakdown corrodes internal parts and weakens lubricity. Expert insight. A TRA reports that many low-mileage cars with old fluid fail just as quickly as high-mileage daily drivers. Mechanics recommend replacing fluid at least every 5 years, even for low-mileage vehicles. Bonus secret. Transmission cooler lines and seals. Why it matters. These small rubber hoses and metal lines carry fluid to the radiator or external cooler. The hidden danger. Over time, rubber lines crack, clamps loosen, and seals dry out. A single leak can cause fluid to drop within minutes, starving the transmission of lubrication. Unlike engine oil, transmissions have no low fluid warning. You often won't know until it's too late. Expert insight. Veteran mechanics say inspecting cooler lines and replacing worn seals during fluid service is one of the most overlooked maintenance steps. The cost, maybe $30 to $50 in parts. The consequence, if ignored, a $4,500 rebuild. So here's what we learned. Lifetime fluid is a marketing trick. Heat destroys transmissions faster than anything else. Color isn't enough. You need analysis. Power flushes can kill, filters matter, and universal fluid is a trap. Short trips, bad additives, sealed transmissions, and old fluid are silent killers. And don't forget, the cheap hoses and seals around your cooler could be your transmission's weak link. All of these secrets are well known by experienced mechanics but rarely shared with the average driver. Now you know them, and that knowledge could save you thousands.